Hey, this is Joe Sexton. I'm 24 years old from Apple Valley, Minnesota. Yeah. They're stretchy for the most part, or I cut the bottom of them. It makes it a little bit bigger. But the 32 boots with the 32 pants kind of just work, and it doesn't really take that much effort. It's good. Kinda. No, I don't know. That's a tough one to answer. Not really. Both. I go to both every year. I don't know, I think we're going in August to High Cascade, and then usually it's before that is Camp of Champions. Funnest place I've ever ridden. Probably Bear Mountain for sure. Like, I go there all the time, and that's always fun. I guess as far as filming, it'd probably be something like Finland. Like, my first time to Finland was just like amazing because it was all the spots that I saw, and school's out. All the spots that I saw in, you know, video gangs and promo copy and all those videos that I kind of grew up watching. All those spots were like 5 minutes from the airport, so I was tripping for sure. On a snowboard or a skateboard? Not a skate. I don't know. You practice it a bunch. It took me forever to learn. I don't know. I do an ollie, I guess, but then go off the tail and flick your foot. Practice it a bunch. Stay over your board. I don't know. If I had a skateboard, I could maybe show you. I don't know. Just watch videos for sure as a big part of it. Just watch how those guys do it, and you kind of mimic that. For sure. Got into snowboarding like the first time I ever went. I guess the first time I went was literally like this kid that I didn't even get along with that well. He was like a neighbor, and for some reason he asked me if I wanted to go snowboard. I didn't even like really know what it was at the time, and I was like, oh sure, but it was weird that I would like want to go with this kid that we didn't. It was like a weird like neighborhood kid that no one really got along with or whatever. And we ended up going, and it was really fun. I remember jumping off a bump, and I went like this high in the air, and I thought I was like 20 feet in the air. And then ever since then, I was kind of like wanting to keep it going, and then I just kind of like, it clicked. I guess after that day, I was just like, oh, like this is what I am now. I'm just a snowboarder now. Why do I ride? I don't know. I guess I can't really think of anything else that I'd want to rather do. Like literally, I remember being a kid and like it was never like, am I gonna go snowboarding today? It was like, what am I gonna do after snowboarding? Like, and it's still like that today. It's like all I can think about when I go to bed is that, and it's like totally consumes my every day. You know, it's like total passion that I can't really forget about, I guess. I mean, it went just because I didn't really care about anything besides snowboarding, like really. I mean, I got nitro boards from Pettis, who's a local rep here, and I just remember never really being conscious of like the steps it was taking. It was just kind of like, sure, like, oh, he's like, oh, I'll introduce you to Tonino, like the guy at the national level, and I was just like, oh, cool. And then like, oh, maybe I'll get a couple more boards, or I just thought, but I kept riding every day, and I was never like, okay, now I did this, and now I need to work to this level. It was just kind of like, it just happened, and it just kind of, I was just along for the ride, I guess. And now that I'm at whatever this level, it's like, it's really cool. I'm fortunate enough to get to like show what I like and put that on things that I ride and that kids can maybe buy. That's like a really crazy thing. Like, I never thought I'd get to that point, you know. But yeah, just grateful and happy to be where I'm at for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's so cliche to say just like keep snowboarding, but it is true. Like, I meet a lot of kids and they're just like, so how can I get sponsored? They're so young, and I'm just kind of like, well, enjoy it for now, because as soon as it becomes kind of this thing, it's you lose that a little bit. You lose the actual like, I do this just because I love it, you know? So I tell kids like, just snowboard, and then if you're really good, like people will notice, and it's not, I mean, you know, the circles that we're in, like people talk, and there's so many kids coming up now that got there just from snowboarding good, and it's not about, you know, anything, any like networking or anything like that. It's just kind of, just especially when you're young, just keep snowboarding, and if you really do love it, then you'll find a way to make it happen, I think, you know. Pro hockey player. It's amazing. But I think, I mean, a lot of it, like, it really does come down to how we were raised and brought up, you know. It was like they let us do whatever we want. I played 20 sports when I was a kid. Like, before I snowboarded, I tried basketball, football, baseball, lacrosse, volleyball, hockey, tennis, go-karting, you know. And every year they put like everything behind me with that. Like, they were just like supporting me 100%. And then every year I'd just be like, I don't like that one anymore. And I was like, I'm glad I did that, because when I started snowboarding, it was just like nothing else mattered. Like, all those other things, like, this is all I am now, you know. So I'm super psyched. Now they're like super funny. Like, I get a box of clothes, they're like the first one to go through it, like wearing my hoodies, and like I get them all the gear, and my dad like always gets like, oh, people were asking me about Etnies today, and just like, that's sweet. That's like, if they can get behind it that much, it's like amazing for sure. Yeah. And with Dan, it's like just funny that that's even crazier, because he'd been playing hockey since he was 5 years old. You know, me and him were both playing hockey, and then obviously he's better than me, so I quit. But 5 years old to like now 24, like kind of just now making it, is a lot of dedication. So it's like, when you think about how much he's put into it, you're just like, damn, like, he's gnarly for sure. But I'm super proud of him. He's like, it's just cool it all worked out, you know.